Good morning everyone. Already we have started coordination, the linking system. Okay, on that our next activity was about knee jerk reflex. Okay, when in the sitting position, okay, when you are sitting on the table and you place your legs one on another. Okay, so what will happen for a certain period of time, you will be able to feel the knee jerk on the another leg. Okay, now by taking a hammer, not the iron one, so normal hammer. Okay, so by just putting a bit on your leg, if you are able to see your muscles present, your muscles are starting contracting, this is involuntary. So you cannot be able to stop the contraction of nerves in the leg. Okay. Now the same thigh muscle can operate in a voluntary manner as when we kick a ball. So as I told that it was an involuntary action, but voluntary action, and again let me know about the voluntary action. So while we are kicking a football, it is an voluntary action. If we are able to kick the ball, we will kick the ball. If we are not able to, that means if we are not having any interest to kick the football, what we will do? We will remain quiet for a bit. Okay. Do you think most of the functions in our body go about in a voluntary manner? Why or why not? No. Not all the functions in our body cannot undergo through the voluntary manner. So some are involuntary and some are voluntary. Okay, involuntary. We cannot be able to stop the flowing of blood in our nerves, and we cannot able to start the flow of blood in our nerves. Okay. Next, do you know the existence of the knee jerk was first noted in 1875. At first, it was doubted whether a nervous reflex was involved at all. But it was discovered that if in a anesthetized monkey where spinal nerves supplying the limb were cut, the knee jerk reaction would not occur. Clearly a nerve pathway was involved. So here in 1875, first the existence of knee jerk was noted. Okay, at first it was doubted whether a nervous reflex was involved in it or not. Okay, so here they did an experiment on the monkey. They gave anesthesia to the monkey and they cut one of the limb present in the knee. Then they started to know about the knee jerk. Okay, here they finally concluded that nerve pathway was involved. Due to the nerves contraction, the knee jerk has formed. Without that, it cannot be able to. So they cannot be able to feel about the knee jerk. Okay. Next, during actions which are involuntary and have to be carried out in a short intervals of the time, the pathway that nerves follow is a short one. It does not go up to the brain, while voluntary pathways are usually longer, passing through the brain. Now let us see what pathways actually are. So what he is saying that during actions which are involuntary and have to be carried out in very short intervals of time. So which the actions, involuntary actions are able to carry out in a very short intervals of time, the pathway that nerves follow is a short one. So in the involuntary actions, okay, they take very less time, and these pathways, the pathway which they are followed is also short. Okay. Next one. So it does not go up to the brain, while voluntary pathways are usually long, passing through the brain. So these involuntary actions cannot go through the brain. Okay. But the voluntary actions are longer and they will undergo through the brain. That means here the functions can be take place under the control of the brain. Here there is no involvement of the brain. Okay, next one about the reflexor. Okay, with this nature has completed, and next about reflexor. So now until the end of the 19th century, the reflex was understood in terms of pathway. Until the 19th century, the reflex was understood in the terms of pathway. As we told before, that means involuntary actions and voluntary actions, they are controlled by the brain, they are not controlled by the brain. Here the pathways are longer and pathways are shorter. Like this, they have differentiated the involuntary and voluntary actions. So here the reflexor until the 19th century. So what they are saying that understood, these actions are understood under pathways. Okay, later on picking up information of a stimulus to generate a response involves a pathway from detectors to brain or spinal cord or a set of nerve cell heads near spinal cord to the effector. So firstly, in the first activity we have done with the stick, with the help of the stick. So on that activity, what was happening? Here he is dropping the scale and the other one is holding the stick. Okay. So what is happening here? First he detected through the eyes and later on the effector. That means brain has passed a message and he holded the stick by using his fingers. Okay, like as, so what was happening here? Detectors are sending to brain or spinal cord and again nerve cell heads near spinal cord to the effectors. Okay, what he is saying that detectors are sending message to the brain or spinal cord. Here effectors are taking messages, taking information or message from the spinal cord or brain. Simply we can say as these are under the control of sensory neurons and these are under the control of motor neurons. Okay. Next, if you accidentally touch a very sharp surface with your feet, several such arcs would operate to cause the muscles of the leg to withdraw the feet. Observe the figure 9 how your leg muscle respond when we step on a sharp edged object. For example, I have put my leg on the nails or thorns or any sharpened stone or anything else. So what I will do, in a fraction of seconds I will withdraw my muscle. Okay, so in the figure you can observe that firstly he has placed on the sharp area. Next what he did, he just lifted his leg and later on from that he stepped down again. That means again he stepped on the sharp surface. No, that in sense first what happened, he detected, so he felt something else. So he felt that I have put in my leg on the sharp surface, so I have to remove. Again he detected the sharp area and he sent that message to the brain and again brain has sent the information that to withdraw his leg from that sharp area. Okay. Next, what other effectors would you act under these circumstances? So eyes. Okay. Next, skin, and by listening that something else is nearby. So through the sensory organs we will. What other effectors? So effectors in sense. So which are bringing message from the spinal cord or brain. Okay. What does this tell us about the association of nerves? Okay, what it is saying that in the spinal cord, okay, in the spinal cord, the sensory nerve makes connection with the other neurons in the gray matter. These neurons are called associated nerves. As we told before that association nerves means which connect efferent and efferent nerves. That means both connection between the sensory neurons and motor neurons. Okay, that means one is transforming the matter and the other one is sending matter to the brain or spinal cord. Okay, in fact you must have experienced what happens when you do these things consciously and otherwise. Say for example, when you are performing an action such as running upstairs, if you start to think about where your feet are going, you often stumble. The interesting thing is that the same effectors in the leg muscles can be made to perform very special movement under the control of the conscious mind. Hence, in a football game, the muscles of the leg operate both the reflexes and voluntarily. Most actions of our body are actually controlled together by voluntary and involuntary pathways. So here, for suppose you are climbing the stairs. Okay. You are running on the stairs. What will happen at some period of time? You will start feel pain on the feet. Okay. At the same time, here in a football game, the muscles of the leg operate both by reflex and voluntary. So, if you are capable to kick the ball, you will be able to go through the ball and you will kick the ball. If you are not able to kick the ball, what you will do? You will just remain quiet there. Okay, like this. So, voluntary actions and involuntary actions are running through our body. Okay, so voluntary actions is nothing but which have done by us. Involuntary actions are nothing but which cannot be controlled by our mind. Okay. Next, do you know nerve transmission from a stimulus to a response can occur at a maximum speed of about 100 meters per second. So, maximum speed of a stimulus is of 100 meters per second. Okay. Think of any action and try to make a sketch of the reflexor. The voluntary and involuntary actions in our body are controlled by nervous system. And a whole, we may study our nervous system on the basis of areas from which nerves originate and then spread out to the whole body as mainly two divisions. One is the central nervous system and the other is peripheral nervous system. Here, the voluntary and involuntary actions are controlled by the nervous system on a whole. Okay. Now, let me know about the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system.